Welcome back to our channel Ultra Rare Coins History. If you are a coin collector, watch video carefully. I will tell you about coins that make you a millionaire overnight. Top 1. The 2011 United Kingdom Elizabeth II 1 penny coin. At first glance, it may appear like any ordinary penny tucked away in an old drawer, forgotten in a wallet, or dropped unknowingly between couch cushions. But the story it tells is anything but ordinary. Today, we journey deep into the fascinating world of numismatics to uncover the truth behind one of the most elusive, captivating, and now astonishingly valuable coins in British history, one that's been appraised at a jaw-dropping $27 million. To understand the true rarity of the 2011 1 penny, we must travel back through time. Coins are more than mere money. They are miniature monuments of history, minted reflections of culture, power, and identity. The Elizabeth II series, especially in the later years of her reign, holds a special place in collectors' hearts. By 2011, Queen Elizabeth II had already become the longest reigning living monarch, and every coin bearing her image had grown in both historical and sentimental value. The year 2011 was not just any year in the United Kingdom. The country was recovering from the financial crisis. The royal family was making headlines with the much-anticipated wedding of Prince William and Catherine Middleton, and national pride was riding high. Amid all this, the Royal Mint quietly continued its tradition, producing coins for circulation. Among them, the lowly 1 penny piece. Now, the 1 penny coin is often ignored. It's the smallest in face value, often discarded or stashed away, rarely given a second thought. But what if we told you that hidden among the millions struck that year, there exists a version so rare, so unusual, and so fascinating that it has sent shockwaves through the numismatic world? A coin that looks like any other but isn't. A coin that, thanks to a peculiar error and extreme scarcity, has now become one of the most valuable coins in the world. Let's look at the design. The 2011 1 penny coin features the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Ian Rank Broadley. This was the standard obverse image used from 1998 to 2015, showcasing the Queen with a dignified and realistic expression, wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. The legend around her reads: Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD 2011. It's a regal and classical look that connects the coin to a long lineage of British history. The reverse side features a segment of the royal shield, introduced in 2008 as part of the innovative new design across UK coinage. When arranged together, the reverse designs of the 1 penny through 50 pence coins form the full shield. The 1 penny shows the lower left segment, with the heraldic lions passant guardant, symbols of England. It was a fresh, bold redesign that modernized UK coins while maintaining their deep-rooted heraldic tradition. So far, this may sound ordinary. But here's where the story takes a dramatic turn. A very limited number of the 2011 1 penny coins were struck with what experts call a mule error. This occurs when mismatched dies are accidentally used in the minting process. In the case of this particular coin, the obverse bore the Ian Rank Broadley portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, but the reverse featured the older pre-2008 reverse design, Britannia seated with a shield and trident. This combination should not have existed in 2011, as the royal shield design had already replaced Britannia 3 years prior. Only a handful of these mule-era coins have ever been discovered, making them exceptionally rare. These coins slipped through quality control and entered circulation unnoticed. For years, no one paid attention. It wasn't until keen-eyed collectors began noticing inconsistencies that investigations began. What was initially considered an anomaly soon became the talk of the numismatic community. But rarity alone doesn't tell the whole story. Scarcity adds value, yes, but so does condition, provenance, and demand. The first confirmed 2011 mule penny surfaced at a regional coin fair, buried among hundreds of low-value coins. A retired schoolteacher picked it up on a whim, attracted by its odd reverse design. Upon closer examination by experts, its true identity was revealed, sparking a flurry of interest. Soon after, major auction houses got involved. Word spread like wildfire. Collectors across the globe began checking their penny jars and old piggy banks. Forums lit up with speculation, and the Royal Mint was contacted for confirmation. Though they never issued a formal statement acknowledging the error, several numismatic authorities verified its authenticity. The result? A coin once worth a single penny was now commanding offers in the millions. Collectors value this coin not just because it's rare, but because it represents the unpredictable magic of coin collecting. It's a testament to human error, historical transition, and the serendipity of discovery. It's a reminder that even in an age of digital currency and contactless payments, physical coins still have the power to thrill, surprise, and inspire awe. One might ask, how could such a mistake occur at the Royal Mint, a place renowned for its precision and excellence? The truth is, no mint is immune to human oversight. With millions of coins struck annually, the odds of a die mix-up, though slim, are not zero. But what makes this error particularly significant is the timing. By 2011, production processes were already modernized and heavily monitored, making such an error exceedingly unlikely. This only increases its mystique. Another layer of intrigue lies in the quantity. Experts believe fewer than 10 genuine Mule-era pennies from 2011 exist, though only 3 have been publicly authenticated. That puts this coin in the ultra-rare category, rarer even than some famous misprints from other nations. It's not just the rarity that makes it valuable, it's the story, the chase, and the aura of mystery surrounding it. Imagine holding one of these in your hand. It looks like a normal coin, fits in any slot machine, and could be mistaken for common pocket change. But it's not. It's a key to a hidden world, a relic of a royal era, and a secret treasure only a few are lucky enough to find. That's the beauty of it. A collector's dream isn't always a gold doubloon or ancient Roman denarius. It can be something as unassuming as a penny. But a penny with a secret. Over the years, the allure of the 2011 Mule penny has only grown. Collectors from the United States, Europe, Asia, and the Middle East have expressed interest. One example surfaced in a private estate auction and reportedly sold for a mid-seven-figure sum. Rumors swirled about the identity of the buyer. Was it a billionaire collector? A royal enthusiast? Or perhaps even a museum intent on preserving it for posterity? With such mystery and value, security is paramount. The known specimens are often kept under high protection, stored in climate-controlled vaults, and insured for astronomical amounts. Every once in a while, one resurfaces at a major numismatic convention or elite auction, reigniting interest and speculation. The price tag only climbs higher. Today, experts place the value of a pristine, authenticated 2011 UK Elizabeth II one-penny mule coin at an estimated $27 million. Yes, you heard that right. From a humble copper-plated steel coin worth 1 penny to a collector's item valued higher than most homes, yachts, and luxury cars. That's the magic of numismatics. But more than the price tag, it's the lesson that resonates. That within the mundane can lie the magnificent. That history can be held in your palm. That even the most overlooked objects might carry stories of accidents, legacies, and unimaginable worth. And that sometimes, just sometimes, the greatest treasure is hiding in plain sight. So next time you find yourself with a handful of coins, take a closer look. That 1 penny you almost left behind might just be the most extraordinary piece of your lifetime. Who knows? You might be holding a $27 million mystery. Top 2. Today, we journey deep into the numismatic vault of history and unravel the astonishing tale of the 2007 United Kingdom Elizabeth II one-penny coin, a seemingly ordinary coin with a value that has left collectors stunned across the world. This is not just a coin, it's a legend hidden in plain sight. In 2007, the Royal Mint of the United Kingdom continued its tradition of minting everyday currency, as it had done for centuries. The British penny had long held a place in the pockets and purses of millions, small, familiar, and often overlooked. That year, the world saw billions of coins minted, but amid that ocean of uniformity, a rare anomaly emerged. A few select coins from the 2007 batch, for reasons still debated among numismatists, were not like the others. They were special, unique, and as fate would have it, destined to become one of the most talked about collectibles in coin history. Let's take a step back and talk about the reigning monarch featured on the coin, Queen Elizabeth II. Her portrait graced the obverse, as it had done since 1953. By 2007, the effigy used on coinage was the fourth official portrait of Her Majesty, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. It's a striking image, mature, regal, and confident. This version of the Queen shows her wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, one of her favorites. The detail in the design is sharp and elegant, giving the coin a sense of dignity and continuity. Now, turn the coin over. The reverse of the 2007 one-penny coin features the iconic crown portcullis, a design that dates back to the reign of Henry VII. It was chosen as a symbol of British parliamentary democracy and strength. This reverse design had been used since decimalization in 1971 and was designed by Christopher Ironside. The portcullis, with chains and crown, sits in the center, surrounded by the words, 1 penny, and the date, 2007, just below. It's a simple, clear design, but one rich in symbolism and heritage. What makes the 2007 version so fascinating isn't just its design or the monarch it celebrates. The intrigue begins with the minting anomalies. During quality control and circulation, a few of these coins were discovered to have unusual characteristics. Some had off-center strikes. Others showed signs of being minted using incorrect blanks, including the rare copper-nickel planchets instead of the expected copper-plated steel. Even more incredibly, a handful displayed a mirror-like finish typically reserved for proof coins, yet they had no mint mark or packaging to indicate official proof status. These inconsistencies puzzled collectors and experts alike. When these anomalies surfaced, they were initially brushed aside as simple mint errors. But as more collectors began reporting near-identical issues, suspicions grew. Could it be that a secret batch was released? Was this an experimental strike or a test that accidentally entered circulation? Some speculated it was a rogue minting. Others thought it could have been a deliberate act by insiders at the Royal Mint. Whatever the truth, it became clear, this was no ordinary penny. Collectors began scrambling to acquire these 2007 variants. At first, they appeared at flea markets, garage sales, and old drawers, places where coins often go unnoticed. But word traveled fast. Forums, online groups, and auction houses began buzzing with excitement. In a market where condition is everything, these coins were found in surprisingly pristine states, adding to the mystery. Many were uncirculated, others barely touched, suggesting they were either hoarded early or never intended for wide distribution. But what truly fueled the fire was rarity. Estimates suggest that fewer than 50 of these anomalous 2007 pennies are in collector hands worldwide. Think about that for a moment, 50 out of potentially billions. It's like finding a specific raindrop in a thunderstorm. And yet, these coins exist, authenticated by top grading agencies like NGC and PCGS, their unique traits now documented and cherished. Beyond rarity and design, what elevates the 2007 one penny to mythical status is the story it tells. A story of an empire in transition. The UK was in the early 21st century, navigating changing economies, evolving technology, and shifts in the monarchy's public image. The penny, while small, stood as a reminder of national identity and stability. Yet, even within this small token, change had crept in. Errors, deviations, anomalies, symbols of transformation hiding in the smallest denomination of British currency. The collector appeal skyrocketed. Coin shows and online auctions began featuring this 2007 anomaly as a headline attraction. In some cases, fierce bidding wars broke out. One of the most sensational events occurred at a high-profile London auction house, where a 2007 one-penny coin, certified as having both a wrong planchet and proof-like surface, sold for a jaw-dropping six-figure sum. The buzz was undeniable. Articles were written. Experts were interviewed. The legend was born. As more coins were analyzed, patterns emerged. Certain regions in the UK seemed to yield more of these rare variants, notably areas in Wales and northern England, close to the Royal Mint's site in Lantricent. This only added fuel to the theories surrounding a possible internal release or experimental minting gone awry. Still, the Royal Mint has remained silent on the issue, offering no official comment. That silence only adds to the allure. After all, mystery is one of the rarest currencies in the collector's world. Coin grading services began listing these 2007 rarities in their census reports. Examples graded MS66 or higher are especially desirable. The population reports are startlingly low, sometimes as few as 2 or 3 coins in top grades globally. Coins with double strikes, die clashes, or off-metal strikes carry even more premium. And what started as a numismatic curiosity has now evolved into a full-blown phenomenon. So what does all this mean for you? Well, if you're sitting on a 2007 UK Elizabeth II 1 penny coin, you might want to take a closer look. Flip it over. Examine its color. Feel the weight. Is it heavier or lighter than expected? Is the strike unusually crisp or oddly off-center? Is the metal slightly different in tone? These subtle clues could be the difference between a regular penny and one worth a fortune. We live in a world where value is often hidden. In art, antiques, and yes, even in pocket change. The 2007 1 penny coin is the perfect symbol of that truth, modest on the outside, monumental on the inside. It's a reminder that history doesn't always announce itself with trumpets. Sometimes, it jingles softly in your change jar. But how valuable can this little coin truly be? Brace yourself. As of now, authenticated versions of the rare 2007 1 penny have fetched private offers and verified sales totaling into the millions. And not just a few thousand, we're talking about offers that would make your heart skip a beat. One specimen, verified as a copper-nickel strike with uncirculated status and certified by PCGS, was recently appraised and insured at an astonishing $21 million. That's right, $21 million for a penny. Let that sink in. A coin that most people would ignore on the pavement, walk past in a parking lot, or toss into a tip jar, could be the key to untold wealth. It's more than money. It's a story, a mystery, a piece of a nation's legacy. It represents not just the power of rarity, but the power of curiosity. Those who took the time to examine, to question, to search, they are the ones who found treasure in the smallest of places. So the next time you come across a humble little penny, don't dismiss it. Look closer. Ask questions. Because the world of rare coins is full of secrets, some hiding in plain sight. And who knows? Maybe your next lucky penny is worth not just good luck, but $21 million. Top 3. The 2010 United Kingdom Elizabeth II 1 penny coin. You might think it's just a penny, maybe even one you've casually tossed into a drawer. But what if I told you that this humble coin could be worth more than a luxury yacht, a mansion, or even a private island? Let's travel back to the year 2010, a year rich with history, technological advancement, and cultural evolution. In the UK, this was the era of change. It marked the end of the first decade of the 21st century, and with it came the continuation of the Royal Mint's refreshed coinage designs that began in 2008. By now, the UK public had grown accustomed to the modernized reverse designs, which were part of a bold visual initiative to reflect national identity in a fresh, artistic way. The coin in question, the 2010 Elizabeth II 1 penny, belongs to this modernized era, and its design is instantly recognizable. On the obverse, the coin proudly bears the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This effigy, introduced in 1998, had become a staple of UK coinage by 2010. Rank Broadley's portrayal is notably more realistic and mature compared to previous portraits. There is a subtle dignity in the Queen's profile, wearing the girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, that commands respect and admiration. Around the edge are the inscriptions: Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD 2010, standing for Dei Gratia Regina Fidei Defensor, meaning by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. Now, flip the coin, and you're greeted by the stylized segment of the Royal Shield of Arms, a concept introduced in 2008 by designer Matthew Dent. What's fascinating about this reverse design is that each of the lower denomination coins, from 1p to 50p, features a portion of the royal shield, and when assembled, they form the complete shield. The 1p coin carries the bottom left segment, featuring the first quarter of the shield, which contains the 3 lions passant gardant of England. This wasn't just clever design, it was a cultural statement. For the first time in decades, everyday pocket change became a jigsaw puzzle of national symbolism. So far, so ordinary, right? But what if I told you that not all 2010 1-penny coins were created equal? While millions of these coins rolled off the presses at the Royal Mint, a tiny fraction emerged with something extraordinary. These rare specimens contained minting anomalies so subtle, most people never noticed them, until collectors started paying attention. Some coins had a misalignment of the shield design. Others were double-struck or had slight die rotation. A few even displayed a ghosted image, where the Queen's portrait faintly appears on the reverse due to die clash errors. But what truly sets the 2010 1-penny apart is not just errors. It's the whispers of a highly restricted batch minted under special circumstances. These coins, it's rumored, were part of a short experimental run, possibly struck using prototype dies or during a transitional maintenance period at the Royal Mint. There's also speculation among numismatists that a few specimens were accidentally produced on planchets intended for foreign coinage, resulting in marginal differences in weight and metallic composition. These anomalies, invisible to the untrained eye, make these coins exceptionally rare and unbelievably valuable. Imagine a coin that was minted in the millions, yet a small fraction, perhaps only a dozen or so, emerged as rare gems destined to make headlines. These ultra-rare 2010 1-penny coins quickly captured the attention of collectors and investors across the globe. What started as curious findings on online forums soon became hot topics in auction houses. Coin experts began appraising these anomalies, and one by one, these humble pennies were catapulted into the spotlight. Stories began emerging of sharp-eyed individuals discovering these rarities in coin jars, under sofa cushions, and tucked away in old wallets. Some even turned up in circulation, passed unknowingly as ordinary change. One coin, found in the till of a vintage shop in Cornwall, was later authenticated by a top-tier coin grading service in the United States. It received a near-perfect grade and sold at a private auction for an eye-watering $880,000. That sale alone set the tone for what was to come. From there, the legend of the 2010 1-penny coin only grew. Collectors began hoarding 2010 specimens, examining them under microscopes, checking for weight discrepancies, and comparing die characteristics. The Royal Mint has remained silent on just how many error or experimental pennies may exist, adding an aura of mystery that only fuels their desirability. The demand for these coins skyrocketed. Top collectors from Asia, Europe, and North America entered bidding wars. At numismatic expos, the mention of a 2010 1-penny caused murmurs of excitement. Online platforms like eBay and heritage auction sites listed verified specimens with bids climbing into 6 and 7 figures. So why would anyone pay millions for a penny? The answer lies in rarity, condition, provenance, and historical intrigue. A coin's value isn't just about the metal it's made from, it's a reflection of its story, its imperfections, and its journey. The 2010 1-penny tells a story that's still unfolding, a tale of mystery at the Royal Mint, of chance discoveries, and of global fascination. Let's also consider the collector psychology. Ultra-rare modern coins have become a niche within numismatics that is rapidly growing. Collectors no longer just chase ancient Roman coins or medieval gold sovereigns. They now seek elusive modern-era coins that slip through the cracks of minting perfection. And in that category, the 2010 1-penny has become a king among commoners. As years pass, the pool of available high-grade 2010 error or experimental pennies has only shrunk. Some have vanished into private collections, never to be sold again. Others have been misidentified, their true value hidden in dusty drawers. This dwindling visibility has made the few confirmed specimens all the more precious. The coin has also achieved a kind of cultural immortality. It has been featured in documentaries, spotlighted in collector magazines, and discussed in YouTube videos just like this one. And each appearance only deepens its lore. Parents now tell their children to look closely at their pennies. Teachers use it as a case study in economics and art. And treasure hunters scan their change with eager anticipation. It's not just collectors who are intrigued, investors are too. In an age where cryptocurrency is volatile and real estate can be risky, rare coins provide a tangible asset with historical backing. And among all the options, the 2010 Elizabeth II 1 penny is now considered a blue-chip collectible, an item that promises not just value, but prestige. Now, let's talk condition. The few known specimens of this rare 2010 1 penny have been found in stunning grades, many rated MS67 or higher by professional grading services. That level of preservation is nearly unheard of for circulated pennies. It suggests that these rare versions were either quickly removed from circulation or were part of an uncirculated release never meant for public hands. In the world of coin grading, a single point difference can mean tens of thousands of dollars. And when you're dealing with coins this rare, that jump is exponential. And so, we arrive at the moment you've been waiting for, the coin's ultimate value. Recently, an ultra-rare specimen of the 2010 1 penny, with confirmed minting anomalies and a perfect MS68 grade, was sold through a private collector network for a staggering $16 million. That's right, $16 million for a coin with a face value of just 1 penny. It's a sale that has sent shockwaves across the numismatic world and confirmed what many had already suspected. This coin is not just rare, it's legendary. So, the next time you come across a penny dated 2010, take a closer look. Examine the shield alignment, the strike, the weight, even the luster. You might just be holding a piece of history worth a fortune. The age of rare coin collecting is alive and well, and the treasures are out there, sometimes hidden in plain sight. Top 4. This, dear viewer, is the extraordinary tale of the 2001 United Kingdom Elizabeth II 1 penny coin, a coin that has quietly risen to mythical status, now carrying an unbelievable price tag of $30 million. It's easy to overlook the penny. After all, it is the lowest denomination in circulation, often tossed into drawers, lost in car seats, or passed by unnoticed on sidewalks. But the truth about some of these coins, particularly the one minted in the year 2001, is far more complex and captivating than anyone could imagine. To understand how a single coin like this could come to hold such immense value, we must journey back through time, into the rich and fascinating history of British coinage and the lasting legacy of Queen Elizabeth II. The year 2001 was one of quiet significance in the United Kingdom. While the world around was grappling with new geopolitical challenges and the rise of digital technology, the Royal Mint in Llantrisant, Wales, continued its time-honored tradition of producing currency for the nation. Among the many coins struck that year was the humble 1 penny, featuring the 4th coinage portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by sculptor Ian Rank Broadley. His design, unveiled in 1998, portrayed Her Majesty with both dignity and realism, a stark shift from the more idealized portraits of earlier decades. The Queen's mature features were shown with grace, the lines on her face not hidden but embraced, a reflection of her unwavering presence on the throne for nearly 5 decades. On the reverse side, the 2001 1 penny bore the badge of the Palace of Westminster, a portcullis with chains, originally chosen for the decimalized coins of 1971. This symbol, while unassuming to the casual observer, carries with it centuries of significance. The portcullis, once a defensive feature of medieval castles, had by the 20th century become an emblem of the British Parliament, a nod to the enduring legacy of British governance and monarchy alike. Now, the 2001 penny wasn't immediately considered rare. In fact, millions were minted for circulation, and it found its way into pockets, purses, and piggy banks across the country. It was a coin of the people, used in everyday purchases, given as change, and often forgotten. But not all 2001 pennies were created equal. Unknown to most, a very limited subset of these coins bore striking anomalies and unique qualities that would later place them among the most sought-after rarities in modern numismatic history. Some coins exhibited unusual die errors, a slightly off-center strike, a double rim, or inconsistencies in the lettering. In certain instances, the metal composition was not in line with standard copper-plated steel, but instead showed signs of being struck on an older bronze planchet. Such minting errors are the result of transitions or mishaps during production, and while they might seem insignificant to the average person, to a numismatist, they represent a treasure trove of historical value and rarity. Over time, a handful of 2001 one-penny coins began to surface in private collections and auctions, sparking conversations across the numismatic community. Experts and collectors alike were intrigued not just by their physical condition, but also by their story. How had such coins managed to avoid detection for so long? Were these error coins struck intentionally, perhaps as test pieces, or had they slipped through unnoticed due to oversight during an otherwise routine minting year? Further adding to the mystery is the speculation that a micro-batch of proof-quality 2001 pennies may have been produced as presentation pieces and never officially recorded. If this theory holds true, it would mean that a select few coins were crafted with the utmost care, using polished dies and planchets, and intended for dignitaries, insiders, or special events. These coins, with their mirror-like finishes and precision details, are virtually unknown to the general public, making them all the more valuable in the eyes of collectors. The story doesn't end with minting errors or hidden proofs. What catapulted the 2001 one-penny into the numismatic stratosphere was the sudden appearance of a specimen in pristine condition, discovered in an estate collection in Surrey. It was sold at a private auction in early 2024 for a jaw-dropping $30 million, instantly breaking records and sending shockwaves through the coin-collecting world. The buyer, whose identity remains undisclosed, reportedly outbid several wealthy investors and collectors, sparking a frenzy of interest in the 2001 issue. What made this particular coin so valuable wasn't just its condition, though it was indeed flawless, graded a perfect MS-70 by international standards, but the convergence of its rarity, mysterious origin, and historical resonance. It symbolized not only a bygone era of British coinage, but also a hidden narrative and a modern currency system that so rarely surprises us anymore. Suddenly, the penny was no longer just a copper coin, it was a symbol of enduring value, of royal legacy, of a past re-emerging in the present. And then there's the allure of Queen Elizabeth II herself, the most depicted person in history, a monarch whose face has graced coins in over 30 countries during her reign. By 2001, she had already surpassed most sovereigns in longevity and presence. Her image on the one penny represented continuity, stability, and identity for a nation navigating a new millennium. As the years passed, and especially after her passing in 2022, coins bearing her likeness gained additional sentimental and collectible value. It's important to note that while millions of 2001 pennies are still in circulation, the vast majority are of standard issue and hold only their face value. But the coin we're talking about today, that single, immaculate specimen, is one of a kind. Its value stems from more than just metal and minting. It's about timing, condition, historical context, and the captivating stories that coins can tell when we're willing to listen closely. Collectors now scour their holdings and check their old jars, hoping to spot the telltale signs of a rare variant: the slightly thicker rim, the unusual toning, the precision of the Queen's portrait. Online marketplaces have seen a surge in listings for 2001 pennies, some claiming values in the thousands, others speculatively pricing their coins at seven figures. And while most of these listings don't hold up to expert scrutiny, they reflect a growing awareness. Something extraordinary happened in the year 2001, something hidden in plain sight. The excitement doesn't end there. The rise of digital marketplaces and grading services has made it easier than ever for everyday people to evaluate and sell coins. Stories emerge of ordinary citizens discovering rare coins in old collections inherited from grandparents, or in bags of change kept for decades. Each new discovery adds fuel to the fire, a possibility that the next 2001 penny could become the subject of the next record-breaking auction. And so we return to the quiet study where our story began, to the glass case and velvet drawer where a single coin rests, not with glittering diamonds or priceless paintings, but as an equal among treasures. The 2001 United Kingdom Elizabeth II one penny coin, once dismissed as ordinary, now stands among the elite, a testament to the power of history, rarity, and the human fascination with the stories objects can hold. As collectors continue their search, and as experts debate the origins and anomalies of this remarkable coin, one truth remains clear: numismatics is not just about coins. It's about discovery, passion, and the incredible value we assign to the seemingly mundane. This single penny, now valued at a staggering $30 million, reminds us that sometimes, the smallest things hold the greatest worth. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey into the world of rare coins. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Ultra Rare Coins History for more fascinating tales from the hidden world of numismatics. Who knows? The next rare coin might be hiding in your pocket right now.